Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I want to talk about those Charlotte Hornets. And this team is good. Okay, they're an electric team that I believe is going to be a playoff team. I mean, I don't think they're a top 5 or top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference, but I definitely think they're a playoff team. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys agree with me? Because I truly do believe that the Hornets have one of the top 15 best offenses in the entire NBA. And we know the basics of what is fueling this Charlotte Hornets offense. LaMelo Ball is unbelievable, okay? Gordon Hayward has been ridiculously efficient. Miles Bridges has been a revelation as a scorer and just as a player this year. And to help make them really one of the top offenses and one of the most efficient offenses in the entire NBA. Not to mention, Terry Rozier has came back and, he's starting to look like he's regaining his form. And I think they're one of the best teams at taking care of the ball and not turning over. And I know the Hornets won't be shooting this well for the entire season. And I don't expect them to be one of the worst free throw shooting teams either, okay? But I do buy that they have a great offense. I just worry about their defense putting too much pressure on their offense to outscore how many points they give up. So what I do believe is, like, if you guys are watching this Knicks game, they're doing a good job of, first off, playing a Knicks team, not turning the ball over much, and really they're having not a great turnover game for the Hornets, but just for any other team, it'd be a good night. But for the Hornets, it's not the best night turnover-wise. But we see what we know. It's the Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges show, and the LaMelo Ball show, and now that Terry Rozier's coming back. Terry Rozier looked really good tonight, and he's doing what he needs to do. And finally, they found their backup center behind Mason Plumlee, an actual backup center besides, the P.J. Washington and small ball rotation they've done with Nick Richards, a guy that I'm a very big fan of. He's had a few games, I think like 3 out of 5 last games, he's recorded at least 1 block, and I think in 2 or 3 of those games he had at least 2 blocks. He's also a really good steal. He's a really good defender, and he fits perfect with the switchability in this scheme because Plumlee and him can switch on power forwards, it seems like, and what they've been able to do, because sometimes they'll go out there, LaMelo, Hayward, Bridges, Oubre, and either Plumlee or Richards and switch it. And Richards has been getting more and more minutes every night. Oubre, though, hasn't been as great as of late. Like, he started the year really well, and he played last game well, but, like, there was a game against the Clippers where he wasn't hitting 3 and the same thing against the Kings, so there have been we already knew about the streakiness with him, but I'm still a very big fan of this Hornets team, okay? Because you got Bridges averaging like 22 points a game, LaMelo averaging 20 a game, Gordon Hayward averaging 19, Oubre and Rozier averaging 15 apiece, and then P.J. Washington, Cody Martin averaging about a little under 10, okay? So you look at this Hornets team and you're like, this is a good team. A lot of versatility. People can replace each other's production very easily when they get substituted into the game. The rotations work very well. James Borrego looks like, a good coach, okay? I know that defense has been the problem, okay? The defense is the problem, and it's what has been, honestly, the reason to blame the poor offensive, struggles. Because, look, they're ranked 28th in defensive rating right now, dead last in opponents' points per game. And those are unacceptable numbers for a team that's fighting for a playoff spot. I do understand that, but they are one of the best offensive teams in October. And they were ranked first in points per game, 118.6. Second in offensive rating with 114.6. And Miles Bridges was on a tear. So when you look at that, look, in October, Charlotte had 7 different players shooting 37% or better from deep. In November, that number has been cut down to 4. And 3 players have been shooting in November at least 10% from 3. Okay, so look, defenses are keying on Bridges now that he's elevated his game. So the other guys like Rozier, Oubre, LaMelo, Gordon Hayward, Cody Martin, James Bouknight need to step up, okay, and play. But what we're looking is, like when we saw the Memphis game, is that they're finally start closing, okay? They were able to slow it down and get into their spots, okay? And were able to space themselves up. They started, driving and kicking the ball out. We're hitting and rolling. And I think when they have the ball moving, they're good. But when the ball's stagnant, sometimes when, Miles Bridges is being defended well, it does create a bit of a problem for them that I'll admit that, like, obviously is not what is ideal for their team. But that's where I think, like, right here is, like, people need to realize is, like, I think they'll adjust. And obviously they have to. That's just, like, they're not going to win a championship if they don't adjust. That's just common sense. So, not a championship, but they're not going to make the playoffs if they don't adjust. That'd be damn. If they made a championship this early, god damn, that'd be nice for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan would be talking so much smack if he won a championship. But I hope I'm not too soon. I hope they do win tonight. So, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys agree with me that the Charlotte Hornets have been electric? It just play good defense. Let's not turn the ball over, and everything's going to be A-okay. I mean, that's what I believe needs to be done. So let me hear your guys' thoughts down below. I got to go do some stupid stuff, but I love y'all. Peace out.